Doctor Who, story by story. Timelash review. Timelash is the name of a two-part Doctor Who story that was broadcast 5th as part of the show's 22nd season, aired between the 9th and the 16th of March 1985. It starred Colin Baker in his first full season as the 6th Doctor, accompanied by his companion Perry, played by Nicola Bryant. The story was written by new writer Glenn McCoy and directed by veteran Who director Pennant Roberts. Timelash was produced by John Nathan Turner in his 5th season as producer and script edited by Eric Saward in his 4th season as script editor. Plot. The TARDIS is caught in a time corridor which leads them to the planet Carfel, which is under the rule of a deadly dictator pretending to be a benevolent leader known as the Borad. Guest cast. The major guest star of Timelash is Paul Darrow as Tekka, Darrow being best known for his role in Blake 7, the late 70s, early 80s British sci-fi series. Also appearing in Timelash is Dennis Carey as the fake face of the Borad, Carey having previously appeared in the 1981 Tom Baker story The Keeper of Traken and the unbroadcast season 17 story Shardar. Also appearing in Timelash is Tracy Louise Ward as Katz, Ward later going on to star in Cat's Eyes, Christine Kavanagh as Aram, Kavanagh being an English actress who also appeared in the likes of Inspector Morse and All Creatures Great and Small. Playing Herbert is David Chandler, whose other credits include several appearances in the long-running British police drama series The Bill. Trivia. The story is an example of the celebrity historical that became a key part of early New Who, with Herbert actually being later revealed to be H.G. Wells, and the story features a number of references to his works, such as The Island of Dr. Moreau and The Time Machine. The story was novelized by original writer Glenn McCoy in 1985 and released on video in 1998 and DVD in 2007. Reaction. Although the story was reasonably successful in terms of ratings, gaining between 6.7 and 7.4 million across its 2 episodes, Timelash is not a well-loved Doctor Who story. In fact, that's putting it mildly. The story is generally regarded not just as one of the worst Colin Baker stories, but as one of the worst Doctor Who stories of all time, at least in the classic series. However, the story still has some fans. What I think. Now, I'm a fan of the 6th Doctor and Colin Baker's Doctor, particularly in season 22, and I'm a big fan of season 22, as I've made clear on a number of occasions. I think season 22 is one of the best seasons of the show's history, in fact, and very, very underrated. However, Timelash is very much the weak link of season 22, and I can't find it within my heart to disagree with fandom's general assessment of it. Timelash is crap. Some wag once noted that the title is an anagram for lame shit, and it's a fairly appropriate thing to note. There's some humorous elements to it. Colin Baker is doing his very best to prop up a very shoddy script, and there's some amusement to be had also from the performances of David Chandler as Herbert and Paul Darrow hamming it up rather magnificently as the not even the main villain, sort of the quasi-main villain. And even Robert Ashby as the Borad is actually genuinely good and quite menacing, with some really impressive makeup. But that none of these things, good as they are individually, can make up for the fact that the story is crap. Although some fans kind of defend it, noticing that it's more kind of traditional in spirit than some of the grittier and grislier stories of season 22. I'm not sure that's really much of a defense. It might be if it was better done. I mean, I'd argue that Mark of the Rani is a more traditional kind of Doctor Who adventure than many of the other stories in the season. The difference is that Mark's actually pretty good. Timelash is pretty bad. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Timelash, and the only rating I can honestly give it is a D.